So I'm just rigging up. If that rope goes around, so if we bring that inside, because he's crossing there a bit. So here we are, final destination, just on the outskirts of the woods, and hopefully we're going to install these 2 boxes today on a very misty, muggy day, but still, it's good to be in the forest to get this done. Right. So guys, here we are in the forest, in location now. I've been through a couple of days before and did a recce and taped up a few areas where I thought would be ideal for the boxes. We want a sheltered location, we want away from prevailing wind, and we want at least 2 to 3.5 meters up away from any danger, and off paths as well. We don't want it right near paths when we're transiting through, just for the disturbance angle as well. So just looking at the boxes, so I've been gifted one of these boxes from Wildlife Boxes based in Scotland. I've got the Pine Marten Light just here on my right, and this is the den box. So the den box has got 2 entry and exit points there, as you can see, down in the corners. So it's got a chamber that goes up over the top, and there's bedding supplied as well, which is wood chippings in a bag, and once we get it in situ, we can get the bedding put in. 2 screws there, just take those off, lay the bedding in, job done. And what we've got here as well is some nice thick rope, as not to damage the tree. And we've got the 2 battens there that lock it on. So we hook this over the top of the tree with a branch. It naturally sits in the weight and it locks itself in there. And that's basically it. This is made out of stock board, so recycled, reused plastic. And the timber they use is FSC as well, certified. So all good for the environment. And these boxes last for ages and ages. So the base of it as well is wood, but obviously the rest of it around there is fully weatherproofed as well, sealed up the sides, good screws, non-rusting and all that sort of stuff. So we're having a quick look inside. These are the screws at the side. Undo these. Not all the way out, so it can lift. Yeah, that's coming off. And on the other side, quite nice long screws actually, so it doesn't flip off. And there we go, there's the lid. And there's the inner chamber. As you can see, there's holes down the bottom corners. The Pine Martens come in, up over the top and drop into the den box. And in there, a nice easy knot here. And it looks like it's a nice compostable bag. So I can reuse that at home, which is kind of cool. Try not to spill it, put it in the main chamber there. Look at that, so a good little start. And that's basically it. A good home for the Pine Martens, and this is the den box, so obviously to raise their young. Going to put the den box up first. A nice vertical upright pine here, and what we want and what we're looking for, although Pine Martens are very, very good climbers, we want to have a few lower sort of perching points and access points so they can then climb up and then make their way around the tree. You want a protrusion about sort of 10 centimeters or so. It doesn't have to be exactly that, and they will naturally climb up anyway. And we're going to situate it probably about 3.5 meters up, install the box there, and hopefully we'll be good to go. And what I might do as well is, just to aid them a little bit, obviously as we said they are really good climbers, is have a dead bit of a limb or something just up against a tree, so it gives them access points. Got quite a lot of grey squirrels around. Haven't seen as many in here as I used to because we have polecats. So I wouldn't like to be a grey squirrel in a Pine Marten box if the Pine Martens do eventually find these boxes, this wood, this whole stretch of woodland, because they'll get in there, and obviously they do predate grey squirrels, which is a good thing for keeping the grey squirrel numbers down. But yeah, I wouldn't want to meet a Pine Marten in one of those boxes. But anyway, let's get it installed. So I'm just rigging up a carabiner on this rope so we can hoist the box up, because they do weigh a bit. So the Vincent Wildlife Trust do a really good installation guide, which you can check out, which is extremely good. And they can do it with 2 people minimum, or maximum of 4 generally. Obviously working at height, health and safety. This is probably, I've not got a hard hat on, I've not got a harness on, but hey ho, it is what it is. And it's on my own woodland, so I'm not likely to get in any major problems. All right, we've linked that on, got the carabiner. Okay, good functional carabiner, made sure that's got any cracks, chips, and abrasions in it. The rope's pretty good. As I say, it's heavy, but it's not excessive. And now we're gonna get the rope rigged on with the strap, and then hopefully with my friend here, Henry, who's the silent cameraman, he's going to help me get it on in position and get it up the tree, hopefully not taking a lot of these branches out, because these are pretty, I say robust, they're pretty strong. But it's a nice, that's dead. Don't want the Pine Marten to fall down. And these are pretty good actually. Right, down we come. Let's get this rigged up. If that rope goes around, so if we bring that inside, because he's crossing there a bit. Yeah, let's try that. Have to get the box up right a bit.
You got it?
Yep.
Okay, well, I've got the rope.
Can you just drop it a little bit? Just keep dropping it a little bit more. All right, just stop there a minute. Right, now what about that as a place?
That looks good to me, mate, yeah.
There's a branch in the way there, but if I could just rest it on there. So the den box is now installed, and to be fair, lesson learnt, probably need more than 2 people, and don't do an install as I have done it. Obviously health and safety, massive, ropes not tested, all that sort of stuff is out the window. So this is me on my own risk, so please don't do it the way I've done it. Ladder should be supported, probably should have climbing gear, hard out on, all that sort of stuff. But didn't have the kit on the day, I'm just going to go with it. So use the Vincent Wildlife Trust guidelines. It's a long PDF, and they've also got videos out there as well, so check those out. So guys, the trail camera is up and it's at a level to the box. So any activations going through one of the entry and exit holes there will be picked up by the camera. I've got a small ladder that I can reach up, check the memory card. But I think in future, what I'll do is I'll probably fit a camera to the box as well, with a transmitter on the top for cellular, that I can then pick up any activations to my phone, which would be a lot easier than checking a memory card. But for the time being, I've got that there strapped to the tree, ready to go to see what comes in and out of the box. So that's the boxes all installed. So we've got the larger box, which we did up the top there first, and we've got the second box. Now this is the light, and they're both denim boxes. It's just that this one's smaller. Okay, so it's good to have them in quite close proximity. They're about 25 meters away from each other. So if they did ever get occupied by martens, then the female would be in that box and the male could obviously roost in this one. So it's nice to have them. They're at equal height as well. We're looking about probably 3 meters, we think at least. So happily in situ there, all secured, no damage to the trees. Amazing. So guys, one thing I didn't really concentrate on and didn't say much about when I first started the video was why I'm installing these boxes in our woodland. We haven't at this moment in time got Pine Martens here, but we've had reports on the Lizard Peninsula where I am down in Cornwall of Pine Martens sporadic sightings throughout the peninsula over the years. There's been confirmed sightings for one in 2015, and there's been recently confirmed sighting of one near Truro. So exciting times. They were here in the 1870s, 1880s until they were heavily persecuted, and through human intervention, sadly, they got rid of the Pine Martens, which is such a sad thing, really, that they were part of this woodland over 150 years ago. You know, that is just insane, really, that they've been driven out by us. So if they were to come back here and breed in our woods, I would be over the moon. Now, they're doing a project called the Two Moors Project, which is a reintroduction of Pine Martens to Dartmoor and Exmoor. Now, I think they've reintroduced about 30 Pine Martens over the last couple of years. Those Pine Martens have now bred, and they are now dispersing. Certainly down into the southwest, and the recent sighting at Trewithen Estate in Truro, there was a camera there that was monitoring water voles, and they picked up a Pine Marten. So extremely exciting. So we've probably not got any Pine Martens here at the moment, but these boxes are here for those Pine Martens when they do eventually arrive. One of the decline in the Pine Martens is obviously due to human persecution over the years, but also due to lack of suitable nest sites. Pine Martens breed and nest into trees. Unlike other mustelids, which are very much on the ground, there's not a lot of places for them to den and to raise their young and to roost. So to provide a nest site is one step straight away there that we can help the Pine Martens recolonise and re-come back to this area of Cornwall on the Lizard. So that's one of the reasons why the boxes are here. Now, I've spoken to wildlife boxes in Scotland, and they don't seem to think that many owls have ever taken up residence because of the way they're configured, which is a good thing. So they're primarily for Pine Martens. There possibly could be an issue with squirrels, but I wouldn't want to be a squirrel if a Pine Marten comes in that box, as they predate, obviously, grey squirrels, as I've said before. So it's great to have them here in situ, and my thanks to Wildlife Boxes for sponsoring this video. One of the boxes was gifted, the den box, to me as part of this review, and the box behind me, the light, I actually purchased that myself. So I've got the two boxes here, and just to show you the differences. I didn't show you the review on the light boxes in regards to what it was like inside. It's effectively the same with the chamber, with the bedding. It's just a smaller box with one entrance and exit hole, opposed to the den box, which has the two. So that's the only difference. But that's why I've done it, and I'm really hoping in years to come that we get them to breed here. That would be amazing. But my thanks very much to Henry for helping me today. I couldn't have done it without him. As I said, if you want to look at how to install these boxes, then go online, have a look at the Vincent Wildlife Trust, look at the YouTube videos, and see the links in my vlog description as well. The way I did it isn't as a safe option, but I was comfortable enough in doing it in my own wood without any fear of any problems there. So I was quite happy and quite adept at climbing anyway. So yeah, please seek the guidance there, not the way I done it. It is simple, guys. It is quite a simple operation, to be fair. These trees are a great way of doing it, regards to having those points there where the marten can then climb up effectively like a circular ladder going up the tree, into the holes, away from that prevailing wind, away from paths, etc. So just look at that, where you want to site your box. Nice dark thick bit of the woodlands, very heavily coniferous here, a really good place for them. But I hope you really enjoyed that, guys. Thank you very much indeed for coming along today for our install of these boxes from Wildlife Boxes. Really chuffed to bits that they're here in situ, and let's hopefully in years to come we will get lucky. So from me, from my woodland on a damp, drizzly, mizzly day here in Cornwall, I'll see you all next time.